In life, when confronted by those who expect anger, silence is not only unexpected but disarming. It shifts the dynamics of power, creating a scenario where the provocateur's ego falters in the void of our reaction. This concept, deeply resonating with the Stoic philosophy, underscores the importance of self-control, wisdom, and the deliberate choice to rise above our emotions. The fundamental principle behind this power lies in understanding human psychology. When someone provokes us, their expectation is to see us react impulsively. This reaction provides them with validation, power, and a sense of superiority. Anger, in particular, is a visible and often uncontrollable response that satisfies this need for dominance. However, when met with silence, the provocateur is forced to confront their own intentions, devoid of the satisfaction they sought. The dynamic changes from one of control to one of introspection, where their actions lose potency and their ego begins to waver. For centuries, silence has been a tool of the wise, not as a passive retreat, but as an active choice. The Stoics believe that silence is not merely the absence of words. It is the presence of discipline and understanding. It is a conscious decision to prioritize inner peace over external validation, reason over emotion, and virtue over impulse. This is why silence, when wielded with intention, becomes a formidable force, capable of dismantling egos and transforming relationships. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, in his essay De Ira on anger, explored the dangers of anger in depth. He described it as a brief insanity that leads to poor decisions, broken relationships, and regret. Anger, according to Seneca, clouds judgment and diminishes our ability to think rationally. He advocated for patience, self-restraint, and the practice of silence as tools to counteract this destructive emotion. To the Stoics, silence was not weakness. It was strength. Strength to master oneself and to refuse to be a slave to emotions. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, reinforced this idea through the dichotomy of control. He emphasized that while we cannot control what others say or do, we have complete control over how we respond. This understanding liberates us from the need to react defensively or emotionally. When we internalize the dichotomy of control, we become less reactive to external provocations, recognizing that our peace and dignity are far more valuable than momentary satisfaction. Silence, then, is not just a reaction, it is a statement. It communicates that we are not governed by the actions or opinions of others. It signals that our inner state is unshaken, that we choose reason over chaos. This is not a passive or indifferent silence. It is a deliberate act of defiance against negativity, an assertion of our autonomy and strength. Psychologically, silence has a profound impact on both the provocateur and the one who practices it. For the provocateur, silence creates discomfort. When someone anticipates anger or confrontation and is met with calm, they are left to question their own behavior. This absence of reaction often leads to self-reflection, as the provocateur realizes that their words or actions have no power over us. Over time, this dynamic can shift the nature of the relationship, fostering respect and understanding. For the individual practicing silence, the benefits are equally significant. Anger is not only emotionally draining, but also physically harmful. It raises stress levels, increases blood pressure, and can even weaken the immune system. Chronic anger has been linked to a range of health problems, from heart disease to anxiety and depression. Silence, by contrast, promotes calm and self-regulation. It allows us to process emotions without being consumed by them, preserving our mental and physical well-being. The choice to remain silent also cultivates a sense of mastery over oneself. It reinforces the understanding that we are not at the mercy of external events or other people's actions. This sense of control is empowering, fostering resilience and confidence. It reminds us that true strength lies in our ability to rise above provocation, to act in alignment with our values rather than succumbing to the impulses of the moment. Practically, the cultivation of silence requires mindfulness and preparation. It is not easy to resist the urge to react, especially when emotions run high. However, Stoicism offers practical tools to help us develop this discipline. One such tool is the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves anticipating challenges and provocations before they occur, allowing us to rehearse our response in advance. By visualizing these scenarios, we can prepare ourselves to remain calm and composed, even in the face of adversity. This practice trains our minds to respond with intention rather than impulse, strengthening our ability to choose silence over anger. Another key principle is mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. When we are mindful, we become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, observing them without judgment. This awareness creates a pause between stimulus and response, giving us the space to choose our actions deliberately. Meditation, journaling, and reflective practices can help us cultivate this mindfulness, enabling us to approach life's challenges with greater clarity and composure. Silence also requires us to set boundaries, not only with others but with ourselves. By establishing clear limits on what we will and will not tolerate, we create a framework for how we engage with the world. These boundaries help us navigate difficult situations with confidence, reducing the likelihood of being drawn into unnecessary conflict. They also remind us that our peace of mind is a priority, one that we must protect with intention and care. The transformative power of silence is not limited to individual interactions. It extends to the broader context of society. In a world that often values loudness, confrontation, and instant gratification, silence is a radical act of resistance. It challenges the norms of impulsivity and division, offering an alternative path of restraint, understanding, and wisdom. This is particularly relevant in the digital age, where social media amplifies conflict and outrage. Online platforms often reward reactive behavior, encouraging people to voice their anger and frustration publicly. In this environment, choosing silence or thoughtful, measured responses is a powerful way to resist the culture of impulsivity. It reminds us that not every provocation deserves a reaction, and not every battle is worth fighting. Historically, some of the most influential figures have demonstrated the power of silence as a tool for change. Gandhi, for example, practiced silence as a means of self-reflection and resistance. He observed a day of silence each week, using this time to meditate, reflect, and recharge. This practice not only strengthened his resolve, but also served as a powerful symbol of his commitment to nonviolence and self-mastery. Similarly, Martin Luther King Jr. emphasized the importance of responding to hatred with love and provocation with dignity. His philosophy of nonviolent resistance was rooted in the belief that true strength lies in self-control and compassion. Both Gandhi and King demonstrated that silence, when used intentionally, can be a force for profound transformation. In our personal lives, we can adopt similar practices to harness the power of silence. This begins with self-awareness, developing an understanding of our triggers and emotions. By reflecting on our reactions and motivations, we can identify patterns of behavior that no longer serve us. Through mindfulness, meditation, and regular self-reflection, we can deepen this awareness, allowing us to respond to challenges with greater wisdom and intention. The practice of silence also extends to listening. In many cases, the most powerful response we can offer is not words, but presence. By listening attentively and without judgment, we create space for understanding and connection. This act of listening is itself a form of silence, one that fosters empathy and mutual respect. Choosing silence does not mean avoiding confrontation altogether. There are times when it is necessary to address wrongdoing or stand up for what is right. However, even in these moments, the Stoic approach encourages us to speak with reason and composure, rather than anger or aggression. Our words should be guided by wisdom and virtue, reflecting our commitment to acting in alignment with our values. In conclusion, silence is not just the absence of noise or words. It is a deliberate and powerful choice. It is a testament to our strength, resilience, and commitment to self-mastery. By choosing silence over anger, we disarm those who seek to provoke us, preserve our own peace, and act in accordance with our principles. The power of silence lies in its ability to disrupt expectations, dismantle egos, and transform relationships. It reminds us that true power comes not from dominating others, but from mastering ourselves. In a world that often rewards impulsivity and division, silence is a radical act of liberation, a choice to rise above provocation and live in alignment with our highest values. Let us embrace the power of silence, not as a retreat, but as a tool for growth, connection, and transformation. Let it be a reflection of our inner strength, a testament to our commitment to reason and virtue. And let it remind us, always, that we have the power to choose our response, to define our own path, and to live with intention and purpose. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon for more videos on philosophy and self-improvement. And hey, share this video with someone who might need a little calm in their chaos. Until next time, stay strong and stay stoic.